Guys, please put your hands together for Dan Willows.
I don't know what some of you are new. This is my favorite wave in the world. A 5-year-old kid taught me, and I don't know. He just waved at me. That kid. It's right though. I showed it to a couple of my buddies. A couple of them are starting to use it around. I noticed they're misusing it. They're starting to drift it, and it's starting to go too low. It's got to stay up at the shoulder. Because if it gets too low, they tend to turn it. Another buddy got a little excited with it. Give me 2. Hey, yeah, I'm sitting in her ass, right, damn! Everybody else is talking about porn, so I thought I'd throw this one back in. They mentioned talking, surfing, porn on the internet, but you have to be careful. Nobody's mentioned this, because you can get yourself an STD. Sexually transmitted virus. It happened to me. I didn't know it. Like when you're going out and having sex with people, you're wearing condoms. There's no condom for the internet. I just walk around, clicking along, all of a sudden. I got a story I want to tell you guys, and I couldn't think about how to start it, because there's 3 monumental things that happened to me in this story. 1, I learned that signs around a swimming pool are there for a reason. 2, I got caught in a lie by my mom. And 3, the first time I got to try cocaine. It was a decent day. It was a beautiful day. Little 12-year-old boy running over to our neighbor's pool, above ground pool, so I don't think there should have been a sign that said no diving, shallow water, when you can see the ground and the bottom of the pool meet. The Seymours are the name of the people that own this house, and they were away for the weekend, so my brother was babysitting the house. So we didn't have any parents around, so we had a belly flop contest. And me being the, I don't know how to put this nice, but I swim like a rock. So I hit the water and just went wham, smoked my face on the pool. I jump out of the water, go on like this. My brother looks at me, I'm like, am I good? Am I good? He said, what happened? I hit my face in the water. No blood, no nothing. I was like, oh, I got away scot-free. I mean, I could have died, I could have broke my neck, what have you. I grabbed my scuba mask, throw it on, go around looking at all the dead bugs floating by. I get out of the water, my brother jumps back and screams like a little girl. He's like, I open up my mask and blood pours down. Turned out it filled up to the bottom of my eyelids. You know how hard it is to wash blood out of a bathing suit? It's awkward as hell. Now, the thing is that my brother's babysitting the pool, so he had to be the one to watch us, to make sure we don't do anything stupid. But we couldn't tell my mom that I dove into a shallow pool, so we told her that I ran into a wall. The worst part is that she believed us, because I'm kind of accident prone. I'm gonna put this straight for you. Just to give you an idea of how accident prone I could be, that you can walk up to my mom like, yeah, Dan just ran into a wall, it's cool. I had over 50 stitches to my face before the age of 5. This beautiful mug right here. I can count them all if you like, that's why I grew a beard. I It was nice. So we convinced my mom that I ran into a wall, didn't think anything of it. 6 years later, I go to the doctor because I can't breathe through the left side of my nose now. I have a deviated septum. Doctor asked me if I've ever broke my nose or hit my face on anything. Completely forgot my lie. Tell him right out, oh no, I dove into a shallow pool. I get slapped by my mother. You dove into a shallow pool. I ran into a wall. The doctor says I'm going to have to have corrective surgery. And I was 17 at this time. Doctor says, you come back at 18 when you're done growing, and we can do this operation. So I come back at 18, not done growing. Come back at 20, not done growing. 22 rolls around, the doctor decides, yeah, I think you might be done. We're hoping, but if I've still actually grown another inch. It's kind of nice, but the doctor, what he tells me is that the old procedure was they break your nose and then reset it. So I was excited about this. Walked around, had black eyes, and like a big swollen nose, looked like you did a tough son of a bitch. Right? So I'm a nice guy, I don't do anything mean. Not purposely. So I was pumped, but the doctor breaks my spirit and he tells me, no, all we're gonna do, we're gonna shave the cartilage out of the way, put in a couple splints, and you go along fine. So now I'm depressed at this point. I was excited. So we go along, doctor turns out, a couple weeks down the road, we actually got into the operation room. There was 2 of us to have this operation. We're sitting in the waiting room while everybody else is all getting prepped and whatnot. Turns out the doctor has a cold, can only do one of the surgeries that day. I luckily had the IV in my arm, he chooses me. And I'm like, great, it's gonna be fun. And he tells me in order to operate on the nostrils, it has to be dry. That's where the cocaine comes in handy, right? He tells me that he's gonna give me a solution of cocaine. It's a little dumbed down, but you will feel it. I'm like, great, first cocaine experience with my mom. So I grab the bottle, I'm just letting him do it. I'm like, you want any? You want to hit? It's gonna be fun. I don't want to be the only one going on this trip alone. And just, whenever I get nervous, I start to make the bad jokes. I'm just sitting there just looking at that's good. Can I get a bottle of this for home? It'd be nice, but no. Take 2 hits. I start feeling messed up, and I don't really notice it until I guess it was a nurse comes up to me and says, you're too big for the gurney. You have to walk to the operation room. So this is great. I'm walking down the hall with my IV in hand, looking at everybody, and then looking at the nurse. I'm like, you know, this hospital reeks like a barn. Like, do you guys not clean or what? This is bullshit. Walk into the operating room, take a wrong turn, and I look at all the instruments in front of me. Everything they're going to use on my nose. Like, oh no, go over here, we'll sit down, make a joke with the anesthesiologist. He said something really bad, I can't remember. It's freaked the shit out of me. He's like, I'll count down from 100. Okay. It was fun. It was nice. Then I wake up the next day and I have this big swollen nose and just a bloody pad under my nose. That was delightful to walk around a week like that. But the pharmacist, when he's giving me some painkillers, he did look at me and being a bigger guy, he's like, oh, did you get in a fight? Yeah, what's the other guy look like, you know? So as a joke, I just looked at him like, no, he's dead. Days went on, week went well, it was nice. This girl's the first time taking on blood and boogers. That's an awkward combination right there. But the time comes to get my splints out, and I'm happy because I love to sneeze. I love to pick my nose. But I couldn't do this for a week. I was deprived of this. So we get into the waiting room with the doctors. I sit down, I grab a Where's Waldo book, and just sit down and start looking through it. And a little kid, cutest little boy, walks up to me, sits down next to me, kind of starts peeking over my shoulder. So we sat there and we found Waldo for like 10 minutes together. It was a nice little kind of bonding moment we had. I get called into the doctor's office. Now, I was thinking of these splints that they shoved up my nose, like, you know, size of a popsicle stick. You know, it's just a nostril. No. He takes a couple sniffs, grabs the thing, he goes, it's gonna feel weird. Okay, can you define weird? He grabs hold and he yanks this thing out of my nose the size of a toonie. It was up my dick. It was the weirdest sensation in my life. And the first one came out fine. The second one though, got caught or something, and like a booger flipped under the side of my face. Oh, it gets better. And he's like, oh, that's good. I'm like, yeah, can I get a Kleenex? He's like, no, I'll get it. I'm like, oh, aren't you sweet?